Hello everyone! So I've been requested to do more DIY videos, so here are 5. Yes, that's correct, 5 of them. And now since the holidays are near, string lights are a must, so why not show you a few options that you can create for your room. With our first DIY project, I'll show you how to create a small bonfire. Not real, of course. What you'll need for all the projects are some string lights. The ones I'll be using will be linked down below along with everything else. Then you'll need some wooden sticks that I just chopped up from a fallen tree branch, along with a few packs of lace trim. I used a total of 4 packs. Then gather a few small to medium-sized rocks. You'll also need a can of white spray paint, but if you plan to add multiple coats, you'll need about 2 cans. And my handy glue gun and glue sticks, of course. And some scissors. Start off by spray painting your wooden sticks. What I did was pick up a fallen tree branch and I cut it into smaller pieces. I used about 9 sticks with them measuring around 12 to 14 inches. But this of course all depends on what you're able to find, so work with what you have. I only applied a layer of paint because I still wanted a bit of the wood to show through, but if you want them to be very opaque, add a second layer. Next, what you're going to do is apply the lace trim around the sticks. Start by applying a bit of hot glue at one end of the stick and then gently apply one end of the lace trim over it. I like to wait a few seconds before I press down just to prevent my fingers from burning. Next, you'll just simply start to wrap the lace around. I feel like the lace makes it look more girly and nicer to the eye, but if you rather the wooden sticks be as they are, you can go ahead and skip this step. When you get to the middle, add a bit more of the hot glue and then continue to wrap around it. This will just make sure that the lace stays in place. And once you get to the other end, cut off any extra lace. And then glue the end of the lace down. And for the very top of the stick, I like to add a bit more of glue and lay down the edges. So here's one stick down and continue doing the same for the rest. And once you're all done with them, you can start to assemble it all together. Start off by arranging your rocks in a circle and layering them as you want. Then bundle up your string lights and place them in the center. Make sure you have the connection cord pulled out. Then, taking your wooden sticks, start to gather them up against one another. But don't worry, if you weren't a Girl Scout or just happen to lack this skill like me, take some pipe cleaners to wrap and twist a few sticks together to help them stay upwards and still. And all that's left to do is turn on your lights, and if you have a flicker setting, that'll be even more perfect. So here's your own mini bonfire. Now let's go to project number 2. And of course, what you'll need are some pictures, so go to your nearest drugstore to develop a few pictures or print them out yourself. You'll also need some clothespins, 1 sheet of glittery scrapbooking paper, a can of spray paint, a few glittery ornaments, some adhesive wall hooks, but these did not work at all for me, so I ended up using some small nails, but if they work for you, that'll be perfect. Also some scissors and a glue gun. Start out by laying out your clothespins and spray painting them. Let the paint completely dry before you flip them over to paint the other side. Once they're all fully coated and dried, take your scrapbooking paper and flip it over to the back side and start tracing the clothespins onto it. Then go ahead and cut the small strips out. Then take one side of the clothespin and apply hot glue down along the side. And gently and as evenly as you can, place one of the strips over the glue and press down. Now, doesn't that look so much better than just a regular clothespin? And as far with the photos, I went to Walgreens to get them developed and I cut them into small squares. Majority of these pictures are from my Instagram, so just in case you're not following yet, there's my link right there down below. Then taking some of the adhesive wall hooks, put them up. However, as I mentioned, that didn't work for me, so I ended up using small nails to hang the string lights. Then go ahead and start clipping some of the pictures up. I went ahead and put the glittery ornaments in between the pictures. And you can either tie them up with the string that comes attached to it, or you can use a paper clip like I did to hang them up. And here's the end product. It's a nice way to display some pictures and add some lights to your room. Now onto our third DIY. You're going to need a wire wreath, small and medium paper doilies, a can of white spray paint, and the most awesome discovery ever, glitter spray. Mine is in diamond dust, there's also silver and gold. And finally, your glue gun. If you were not able to find a white wire wreath, go ahead and spray paint it. Let one side completely dry before you flip it over to paint the other side. And then to make the white paper doilies look even better, spray one coat of glittery spray onto it. It's still wet here, but I hope you can see the glitter shimmer a little bit. Next, take your string lights and start wrapping them around the entire wire wreath. When you have the whole string lights wrapped, it should look something like this. Then, take your biggest size doily, and you're going to start to pull through the little light bulbs in between the doily gaps. Poke through as many lights as you can that are underneath the doily. Repeat this all around until you have the entire wire wreath covered. Then go ahead and take the smaller size doily and place them on the center. And pull the lights through as well, and repeat this all around the wreath. When you're done with all of this, all you have to do is hang it up and turn on the lights. The white lace pattern on the doilies and the glittery reflecting off the lights really makes this look so much better in person than it does through camera. Now onto project number 4. You'll need a white foam poster board. You can get a regular canvas, but they are pricey. And a wall decal of your choice, but just make sure it fits your board. A small easel to rest your board on. So start off by placing whatever decal you got however you want. But some word of advice, follow the decal's instructions unlike me, because I made this so much harder than it should have been, but I managed to make it work. Now for me, I left space above my decal, but whatever space you have around yours, take a pencil or a chopstick like me and poke small holes and then poke through the string lights behind the poster board. Make sure not to poke more holes than lights that you have. When you're done with that, get your easel and place down the poster board on it. I went ahead and placed some decorative items near the board as well. This is extremely simple, but it's so pretty. Finally, the last project, but not the least. You'll need a few flowers. I went with white ones. And since my flowers were pretty basic, I picked up some decorative flowers. Also, some glittery snowflake ornaments or whatever other glittery ornaments you might want. A can of glitter spray and a glue gun. Start by pulling off the flower petals from the stems. Then some of your flowers might have this plastic center, so go ahead and remove that. And once you're done with that, you should be left with just the petals themselves. But some of them might come in two, and with that, just simply apply some hot glue onto the center and place them together. For some of my petals, I chose to add more of a decorative flower above it, so I grabbed my handy glue gun and attached it right on. Now for all my flowers, they need a little hole on the center. So what I did was fold them in half and then I cut a tiny triangle shape to create a small hole on the center for the light bulb to be able to go through. But don't make this hole too big because you don't want the flower to slide off. For the flower petals that didn't get any decorative flowers, I went ahead and sprayed some of the glittery spray right onto them. See the difference with and without the glitter spray? I'm telling you, I'm like completely obsessed with the spray. And once all your flowers are done and dry, go ahead and start putting them right onto the light bulbs. And once they're all placed on, you'll have this flower garland that is ready to be hung up. Mine was actually really long, so I was able to do 3 tiers against my curtains. And I also clipped on some snowflake ornaments in between the flowers. And I really wish you guys were able to see how sparkly it looks in person, but this is the best I could do. So there are my 5 DIY ideas. I hope you create at least one of them for your room. And if you do, make sure you hashtag me with SinDIY. And thumbs up if you really enjoy these type of videos. And also, here's another video you could go ahead and click to watch. And other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you till next time. Bye guys!